Are you feeling the pinch of rising produce costs at the grocery store? I know I am. And if you're like me, wondering what the cheapest vegetables are that are still full of good nutrition, well, wonder no more. We brought in the expert registered dietitian, Andrea Holwegner. She joins us this morning. Good morning, Andrea.
Hello. This is a great topic because you know what? We've heard stories that people are decreasing their vegetable consumption. And of course, as a dietitian, I don't want to see that happen. So we got to talk about creative strategies to make sure they still make it into your grocery cart.
Yeah, and so how much are food prices and vegetables specifically rising, and why are we seeing that?
So we've seen the Canadian Food Price Report back in end of December 2021 suggested that we were going to be paying about 5 to 7% higher total food budget, and that is the exact amount, 5 to 7% that we could see, particularly with vegetables specifically. But that was before the Ukraine crisis happened. And so the average family was expected to pay maybe $1,000 extra per year for a family of four to feed their family. And so now we are seeing, of course, that we're probably going to see an additional increase with that. A range of things, of course, commodity prices, oil prices, supply chain issues, even climate change, and the impact on extreme environmental things are really affecting crops, transport costs. All of these things are really adding to why we're seeing so many more higher grocery store bills for us.
Yeah, so it's kind of a compilation of things. So when we're going to the grocery store, Andrea, what are the cheapest vegetables to buy that still pack that amount of nutrition that we need?
Okay, and first of all, any vegetable that you put into your cart is a good choice. So I would say shop seasonal, shop whatever's on your grocery store app or your grocery store flyer. All of them are fantastic choices. Fresh ones, canned ones, frozen ones, all of them are great. But I want to move over to my food display here now and actually give you a sense as to some ideas for, I would say, some of the most nutrition-packed veggies on a budget. So first thing I'm going to kind of gear you over to is zucchini. So I got a big bag of these little sort of mini zucchinis. And what I've done here is I'm going to put them on a grill basket so you can see I've kind of sliced them up. Put a little bit of oil on there, salt, pepper, and that's it. You can just throw that right in onto your grill, or you can put it right into the oven. The other thing you can do, of course, with zucchini is get yourself one of these little hand spiralizers. They're super fast and easy to do. You pretty much just have to kind of rotate this machine here. And then we've got a excellent sort of zucchini noodle, and you can saute that, little olive oil and some garlic. Or you can eat it raw with a nice vinaigrette, is another kind of way to use that. The other thing that I've got here is canned tomatoes. So when the cost of fresh tomatoes are high, certainly look at the canned alternatives. These are packed with nutrition. And so what you might consider is also embedding in one of my other favorite vegetables, whether this is fresh spinach that's on sale this week, or frozen spinach. Again, great choice. You could saute some frozen spinach with a little bit of onion and garlic, toss that into pasta, sprinkle a little feta cheese, and you have dinner in minutes, and it's so delicious and nutrition packed. I know you were talking about frozen vegetables before our segment here. So these are great options. Frozen peas, whatever you've got. We always have a big, ginormous bag of these in my freezer for a quick weekday meal addition. You want me to keep going?
Well, I'm just like salivating over here. This all looks quite tasty, and you were kind of showing us with the zucchini that you put it on a grill basket, a little bit of salt and pepper. But what are some other kind of tasty ways that we can prep these veggies and get that nutrition into our meals, especially for those people with kiddos?
Okay. Well, the interesting thing, cabbage, people think of as, maybe something only grandparents eat or something. So I want to give you a fun way to use cabbage because this is a really easy, cost-effective way to have one of the most nutritious vegetables, especially purple cabbage. Really great in antioxidants here. So I've sliced it, but I've kept on kind of the little sort of roots as that you can see because it kind of keeps them all connected. And I just brushed it with a little oil, salt, pepper, throw it right into the oven and roast this. It gets all kind of caramelized and delicious. Excellent way to do cabbage. Of course, raw cabbage, also always a great choice in coleslaws or stir fries. And then carrots, always a wonderful choice when we're talking about cost-effective vegetables. You can get yourself a big bag and eat them a million different ways. I'm going to show you one of my personal favorites, which is using this guy here, which is a dill pickle seasoning.
Ooh.
So I just sprinkle a little bit of that on there, a little bit of oil, and I'm going to roast those in the oven. So really, really delicious.
Super easy, super tasty. I have about 1,000 more questions for you, which I was already firing off at you over the commercial break, Andrea. But you said, hey, I have the answer to all these questions on my blog. So where can we head to read more? Because it's definitely good information with those rising costs.
You bet. So if you want some of these recipes and other ways to incorporate my top 7 vegetables, you can head on over to healthstandnutrition.com. Top of the blog there, I've got a real deep dive article on this topic, and also some strategies and other links on how you can reduce throwing out vegetables from your fridge door as well. Make sure we're storing them properly so you're not tossing out your hard-earned money.
Yeah, for sure. So that's healthstandnutrition.com. Check out the blog. Check out Andrea's Instagram as well, Healthstand Nutrition. Thank you so much, Andrea. Have a wonderful day.